o'clock on a Friday. My name is Gardy. I have a guest in studio, Catherine with WaterGrove Event Venue and also with Abundant Life here. I'm going to kick this on the FM, share this out. Let me know what you got going on today. Here we go. Good morning. This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart, and I have a guest in studio. I'm going to let her introduce herself and then share who she is representing here today.
Good morning. My name is Catherine, and I am here today to talk about WaterGrove Event Venue and some great things that we have coming up for the community and just some availability that we've got before the end of the year.
So has it been busy? Has this year been busy? What's it been like?
Yes, so different from last year. I mean, just completely different than 2020. And this last part of the year is definitely been busy. I think people are finally at a place where they're comfortable doing, their parties, events, weddings, all of those great things. So it's been a lot of fun to just interact with people and to be able to share those moments with them.
Okay. So I guess first things first, and we didn't even talk about this before we went on air, but I think the first thing going on is Harvest at Abundant Life, right?
Yeah, it is. So that's on the 31st. So it's I think the very first year the church was founded, they did this. So the 36th event that we're doing on Halloween. And we had a meeting in here last night with our amazing volunteers that are going to be running that program for us. We've got 32 different attractions. We have 17 food trucks. We have live music with 3 bands. And we've got a costume contest for the kids. So, I mean, there's something for everybody literally at this event.
Can you name all the food trucks real quick?
Man, I wish I could. I wish I could just rattle them off. But I know there's like a turkey leg truck.
Okay.
So if you're into turkey legs, they'll be there. We've got, one with funnel cakes and the desserts. There's a couple, I think, that have that. The classics like burgers, hot dogs, nachos, things that you would get if you were going to like a fair or something. And then there's, barbecue. One of them is French cuisine only, like very specific. I mean, just anything really that you want.
Do you eat food trucks? I've never seen you eat anything off a food truck.
I do eat food trucks. I think what happens is when we do these big events,
You're working.
I'm working or I'm on a cleanse. So it's like, hey, do you want a macadamia? Well, yeah, I want one. But
funnel cake?
Right?
Yeah, real quick.
Is it made out of zucchini? Then maybe I could eat it.
Yeah. So that's Sunday, October 31st.
Yeah.
And that's going to be on the campus of Abundant Life. Where at?
Yeah. So on the campus of Abundant Life, parking in the very front by the flags, and then around the back by the school, the gymnasium, all those back lots there will be all of the activities. And there's even a toddler zone, like the gym is designed completely for babies up to age 4. That's all that's allowed
awesome.
in there. Yeah, to be able to play. And they have some really, really fun stuff in there. Our cafeteria that the school has is like the traditional carnival style booths. So like your ring toss, photo booths, those kind of things will be in that space. And then outside on the grounds, just huge inflatables, a train. You can ride a train if you want to.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, a couple things. I'm going to write this down so I don't remember. So I'll remember the second one.
Okay.
Okay, so the first one is, and I've seen this at different places where it's like, it's the toddler zone, no one over this age. And then you see like these big kids running around. It's like, that kid is not 2 years old, right? But they don't have IDs. You're like, ID.
Right.
Hey, kid, how old are you? Yeah, I'm 2. You know? So it's just it's a fun thing.
Yeah, it is. So our nursery director here at Abundant Life, her team is actually going to be monitoring that and running the entire toddler zone. And so outside of it, under the covered pavilion, there's a petting zoo that Jim's Jungle is going to be doing for us. So
cool.
It's always cool. We're real excited. There's 3 different face painting stations that are going to be out there. So you can get airbrush paint, you can get traditional face paint, or you can get glitter tattoos.
That's fancy.
I know, right?
3 different.
3 different options.
Or real tattoos. So it's like 4.
That's the only one we don't have. But if you had like a family who has older children, then they could be right there and then send the littles into the toddler zone. Yeah.
Okay. So the other thing I was going to bring up is, do you remember years ago they used to have the tour of heaven? It was like the old boys and girls locker room at the school in the gym, and you'd walk through. I remember going to, Harvest before I went to the school, and I was like, where is this? How does this even make sense? Why are there stairs up here?
Yeah.
And then later, whenever I was in 6th grade, I came and I was like, oh, this is the locker room.
Yeah. You thought it was really heaven. You were
ascending.
I
was like, this is crazy. Like, where are these stairs going, and how am I on the other side?
Oh, that's funny.
But that's what, I don't know. Whenever you were talking about the gym, that's a memory that came to me, and I thought about that. And then I think they also moved it to what is now the cafeteria at least one year.
The Walk Through Heaven was in there too. Yep.
Are we ever going to bring that back?
We could. I don't have it in this year, but it was really fun. It was cool for the kids to see. Yeah, we can bring it back.
It's like camp meeting on the coast. I'm seeing a trend.
The throwback.
A trend, yeah. Tour of Heaven. Okay. Cool. Maybe next year, maybe not.
Maybe.
So if you're just now joining us, thank you so much for taking the time to tune in. I'm talking to Catherine Rudolph, and we're talking about events that are going on in the community. And that first one was Harvest. It's Hallelujah Harvest at Abundant Life, October 31st. I believe it's free to attend. There's going to be concessions, some things you have to pay for.
Right.
17 food trucks.
So much. So come hungry.
Yes, and eat all of their food so that they leave and they have nothing left. Okay. So then there's some other events that are going on in the community that WaterGrove is putting on as well. What do we have?
Yeah, so we've got one that's coming up in November. So if you are looking to get married and it's a small setting, you've got about 25, 30 people that you want to attend, and you want it to be quick and over with, right? Stress-free,
Right.
Decorated for you. The food is there. The cake is there. Your toast is going to happen. It can be streamed to your friends so you don't have to feel guilty about only putting out 25 invitations.
Mm-hmm.
That's on November the 13th. And so we've still got a few spaces that are available. You can do the full package where you have the 90 minutes and it's everything. Literally, you just come in your gown and your tux or whatever you want to get married in, show up and everything else is there. Or it can be a really basic, much quicker, like an elopement. If you want to come in and it's rapid fire, you want to be married, you're in love, get it done and move on.
You can meet the person the day before.
Hey,
show up to the event the next day.
Whatever, Vegas style, I guess.
Has there ever been, and I think I know the answer to this, has there ever been like a singles, a meet and greet, like a speed dating event that's taken place at WaterGrove?
Not yet, but I'm not opposed to that. And then doing pop-up weddings right after.
Pop-up wedding, yeah.
Hey.
It kind of makes sense. So you at that event, you're like marketing the pop-up wedding. Hey, it's coming up in a couple months.
Right, no
it
pressure.
Gives you time.
But
it gives you time.
Yeah.
So that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, but that's November 13th. So again, we've got space available. You can message us and let us know if you're interested in getting married. You're looking for something that is quick and right around the corner, and we'd love to help you.
All right, so that pop-up wedding event. And then I know we were talking about Abundant Life stuff as well. So we already talked about Harvest, but Abundant Life is having a conference. And I think some of the daytime sessions and events are taking place at WaterGrove as well, right?
Yes, they are. So that's the first full week of November. So the 7th, it's the 8th, 9th, and 10th that we have events going on there. They all start at 10 o'clock. The one that's on Monday is a women's only event. So again, it's churches, it's nonprofits, it's open to the community. To come for just women to be able to get together, support each other, recognize each other's talents. We've got a free gift for everybody that attends. It is $20 to come to that event, but you have like a mini breakfast that you have at the top of it. And then we have a full brunch that we're going to be serving also at the event. There's 5 different speakers that are going to get up and share just kind of in small, like 10, 15-minute bites.
At the women's event?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's going to be really fun. So that one, of course, I'm a woman, so I love that one. I think it's going to be a good event. And then Tuesday and Wednesday, we have Pastor Walter Hallam and Pastor Josh Rudolph who are going to be speaking. And then also a gentleman named David Epstein that specializes in nonprofit financing, some law, and it's just a really good speaker that has a lot of knowledge about the administrative side of the nonprofit world. And so that's on Tuesday and Wednesday. So those 2 days are packaged. They're $25 to attend both days. Lunch is provided for them. And you can go to alcc.org and you can pre-register, pay, get your tickets, get everything set up. And then we'll also be selling tickets at the door at all 3 of those days.
Awesome. Okay, so on that Monday event, I know some of the speakers because I have them here written down. So that's Gloriana Montero, and she's from Lakewood in Houston. And then we have Diana Scarpetta, and she's from Grace. And Catherine, you're going to be speaking as well. I believe. Is Pastor Cindy going to be speaking?
Pastor Cindy is going to speak. And then we're going to be recognizing and kind of introducing our new campus in Portland. And so the pastor's wife is going to be there. Her name is Missy Colazzo. And then from Alice, Donna Carr is going to be there. I know there's other ministries that are going to be there and available to assist as well. But those are the main ones that we know are going to get up and be able to present and just encourage the ladies from other churches and around the community.
Awesome. Okay. And you were talking about, I guess, David Epstein. And I think is he a lawyer? He's in law.
He's a CPA.
He's a CPA. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but he specializes and works in nonprofit organizations, ministries, and stuff like that.
Yes.
So I was talking to Lauren Perez, which you know Lauren as well.
Yeah.
And we were talking about Camp OTA, and that is a brand new nonprofit in Alvin, Texas, and it just got launched. And she was, we're talking off air and stuff like that. And
yeah.
I think even on air as well. It's like it's not easy. It's totally different with nonprofits versus like for-profit businesses. And so to have that legal advice and know what you're doing as somebody who's done it before.
Yes.
Everything top to bottom, or whatever, they know what's going on.
Yeah, it's invaluable to be able to come and to sit there for 2 days for $25, lunch included, and talk. I mean, if you were going to a seminar or a session with this guy, no way you get in the door for $25. Not for a 2-day session.
Yes.
I mean, so it's a steal as far as that goes. And yeah, just the information, the knowledge base that's there is something that any nonprofit would benefit from.
And then I was talking to someone else with a nonprofit the other day, but she works for a law firm. It was actually her glasses. So we were in a meeting the other day, and it's like, hey, do you know anything about glasses? Yeah, those are Danielle's glasses. She left them, but she works for a law firm, and she was talking about I think it's her father-in-law, works in, it's like maritime law.
Okay.
Or something like that, and just like all of the paperwork and the stuff that you have to read through.
Maritime law is very different.
What's up with that? So there's all these different specialties of businesses and law practice, and it's like I'm not reading that.
Right.
That's why you have somebody else like
That's
a
why
CPA.
You got the attorney, or the
who
CPA,
does it.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway, said all that to say that WaterGrove is having some daytime events. Partnering with Abundant Life. Yeah.
So
as
November 8th, 9th, and 10th, we'll be there.
And if someone wants to find out information about those events, and where do they go to buy tickets?
alcc.org. You can get the tickets there. You can contact the church office, of course, and they can help you out. But the website's the easiest way, and then we'll also sell at the door.
Okay. Then I know that Christmas is coming up, and there's a lot of businesses that have their parties.
Yes.
There's a lot of different things like markets and stuff that go on. Is there anything that y'all are going to be doing?
Yeah, so we've got corporate packaging available. Again, where it's the all-inclusive. Your decor is included, the food, like a pretty classic Christmas menu where you'd have like the turkey and the yams and cranberry sauce and pies and all the good stuff that you would get at a party like that. It is customizable also. So if you wanted Mexican food instead, or if you wanted like an Italian feast for your Christmas, then we can do that also. But yeah, we have those available. And then on the 11th of December, from 10 to 2, we're doing our Christmas market. And this is the first time we've done a Christmas market. And we've got about 20 vendors that are already locked in to be there. So, I mean, it's, T-shirts, hats, Christmas ornaments, jewelry, makeup, just an array of things where you can either come in and buy for yourself, which I'm always a proponent of, if you want to just come in and shop, or if you wanted to look specifically like for Christmas gifts for people, stocking stuffers, things like that. So that'll be in our ballroom on our main floor. And then we have Christmas pictures with Santa on the other half in our terrace room and in the bridal suite. And so I know you've probably seen like the mini sessions. Like I know my kids have gone and done, like Christmas or Valentine's minis. So it's the same concept where Santa's in there and they get to have like a little picnic and do the cookies and milk, eat with Santa, take the pictures in our bridal suite. I know in the terrace room. So, I mean, it's just, the big setup, talk to Santa. They get free treats like the little mini donuts and cookies and all of that to just spend time and eat in there. And then you go into the bridal suite and we have a 360 photo booth that's going to be set up. So you can take a family picture in there on the 360, all dressed in, whatever you want to wear, your matching outfits. So it can be just the children, or it can be the entire family. You could do just kids with Santa Claus and then the whole family on the 360. You've got that time in there to be able to use it how you want.
How many people can use the 360?
At one time, I think you can put 4 on that platform, like 4 adults standing kind of back to back.
So if you maybe you held a kid or something, if there's small enough, you could potentially fit more, but okay.
Yeah, because that arm is really big that goes around. I don't know if you've ever seen them. They have like the laptop on them or the iPad and take it. So yeah, as long as you're on that platform, that's the main thing.
I want Santa in mine.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to take up a little more room, so it
Yeah.
just depends on how many you want.
He can just hold me.
There you go.
That's what it said. Like, okay, hold me. I can fit some more people on there.
Just get on his shoulders.
Oh, man. What is there anything that you want for Christmas
That I want?
that you would ask Santa or anybody, your husband or family for?
Christmas, man.
It seems like it's a little early, but it's really not.
I know. No, I've asked for my birthday.
Okay.
Christmas, I don't know. But I told my husband, I don't know if you can get it this year, but at some point, like in the next few years of my life, I told him I want a 4-carat diamond ring.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Mean,
at some point.
At some point. I'm turning 40 this year. I said I want a carat for every decade. So just in the next few years.
And then every 10 years?
Yeah. I mean, I'm down with that when I'm 50. So you got 10 years to save up to give me the 5-carat.
Does it have to be real?
Preferably real.
Preferably
yes.
real. Okay. Hey, so yesterday I was talking to Amber with Butler's Quarry right in Leak City, and one thing that we were talking about was the shipping stuff coming in, because you see all this stuff like, hey, there's the supply chain slowing down, and she was bringing up, then why not support local, like your friends' businesses and your vendors and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Because you can get really good gifts or shop for yourself, and they have it. You know, if they have it there, it's a good opportunity.
Definitely. Well, and the market is a perfect place for that on December 11th, because it's all local people that are going to be in there, and it's all custom. So it's not like you're going into like a mainstream store and somebody else is going to have the same shirt or the same pair of earrings on. You know, it's just all unique to them, and then unique to whoever you're going to give the gift to. Okay.
So earlier you said something about the holiday meals and stuff, you know, whenever you're catering these corporate events or whatever else is going on, or it can be Mexican food or anything like that.
Right.
So do you have a favorite holiday food item, like a traditional item or something that's not traditional that you enjoy in the holiday time?
Pies.
The pies?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Mercy, so your daughter, how old's Mercy now?
She's 6.
So I was talking to her on Sunday, I think in the morning, and she was talking about, like, I'm making pies and I'm bringing them tonight, which I did not see the pies at night. So have y'all been making pies?
Not yet. She had apparently told her dad, we're baking today, because I went home and I said, do you have a pie crust ready? Because Mercy was telling me she's coming home and she said, have the pie crust ready.
Right.
And he said, no, she told me this morning I don't even have the stuff to make it yet. But I mean, we're not far from
it's
pie.
Here.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was like, Uncle, do you want pie? And I was like, yes, I want pie. What kind of pie are you bringing? And she was like, whatever kind.
Want.
I said, perfect.
What do you eat? What kind of pie?
I prefer pecan pie.
Oh, pecan pie is good.
That is my favorite.
Yeah. Joshua makes pecan pie, pumpkin. He won't make a sweet potato pie for me. I love sweet potato pie, and he wants pumpkin. That's like his thing. So he makes pumpkin pie, apple pies.
Apple pie?
Oh, man, chocolate pie.
I like chocolate pie.
I love chocolate pie.
I'm not a fan of apple pie.
Really?
Yeah.
It has to be done right.
You know, it tastes, this is funny, but you know whenever you bite your cheek?
Yeah.
Like on accident? That's
what it tastes like?
That's what apple pie reminds me of. Like whenever you're biting an apple, whenever it's cooked in there,
texture?
I'm like, yeah, the texture is like you're biting your cheek, and it just weirds me out.
I have never. It's gonna ruin apple pies for
me
now.
I hope so. If whoever's listening right now, anytime that you eat apple pie from now till forever,
biting your cheek.
It's biting your cheek. That's exactly what it feels like.
That's really funny.
Yeah, it's not good.
No, it's not good.
But yeah, so pecan pie or like chocolate pecan pie, chocolate pie.
Yes,
those are for me.
Those are good.
Okay, so the dessert.
Definitely.
So during holiday season, though, I mean, you have to make sure that you're not like on a cleanse or anything.
Oh my gosh.
Like that, right?
That's why I'm doing it now, because I know we're going into holiday season, and then after the first, you got to do it again.
That's right.
Yeah.
Cool. So again, if you're just joining us, talking to Catherine Rudolph with Abundant Life and with WaterGrove Event Venue about some events that are coming up, and they're coming up quick. It's already the holiday season, so if you have a business, maybe you want to plan a corporate event, maybe you want to get married, there's an opportunity for you. And I think it's that pop-up. That pop-up wedding is that next opportunity.
So it's Yvette that's working with us. It's Pop-Up Weddings Houston is what it's actually called. And then at WaterGrove here. It's the first time that I know of that she's done something this far south. She's normally into Houston, really well sought after, puts on beautiful events. We've got some pictures up on Facebook and Instagram where you can see what the design and the layout would be. Mm-hmm. One of them is real, almost like the boho with like the pampas grass and all that, real contemporary. And then in the terrace, it's very clean lines. And they're all a pretty neutral palette so that it's not like pink, you know, and a bride doesn't like pink. But very classic. And again, the streaming, I think, is like the best part. Clear Life is going to be streaming in one of the rooms for those weddings so that people can still share in that moment with you, even if they're not physically there in the building.
I think that is awesome.
Yeah.
Streaming is the way to go.
It is. And if you're not like big on weddings, then, you know, you can still be there but not be there.
Yeah. You know, my wedding was awesome. You were there.
Yeah, it was.
It was very nice, and I didn't have to do much. I just showed up.
Right.
And there was some questions that I got asked, and I'm indifferent
Yeah.
about most things most of the time. And that would have been opportunity, another one for me, just to been like, yep, I'll be there.
Yeah.
And everything's done. But if both people are that way, then this is perfect for them.
Oh, yeah. Best way to go. Best way to go. So when you get the total package of everything, right? So it's your toast, hors d'oeuvres, cake, live streaming, the flowers, all the decor, the room, and a minister that are provided. All of that's in there, and it's right at $7,000 for all of that to be done for you. If you do the elopement package, which is much more streamlined, so pretty much it's like you, the minister, the cake, and the ceremony, right? It's roughly around $2,200. So I mean, it's really,
really, wow,
yeah, it's very affordable, very quick, a 90-minute max on what you're doing, so it's not taking up a whole lot of time. Or if you wanted to do that and then go have a family dinner at a local restaurant and go, and spend time like that. I mean, it's just the perfect way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's affordable. Like if you're doing wedding on a budget, this is the way to go for sure.
Yeah, $2,200 is not
a lot.
It's nothing.
No.
I mean, it is a lot for some. At some points, like if you ask me, like, hey, can I have $2,200? I'll be like, for what?
Right.
Like,
yeah.
What's for what? Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's a good price for that. But,
right.
Cool. All right. Is there anything else that you'd like to share or just remind people about?
Yeah, just the biggest thing are all these events coming up. Go to our website, go to our social media pages. So the WaterGrove.com, you can register for your Christmas mini with Santa and get your tickets. They're only $10 to come to the market. If you get the mini with Santa, then the market, of course, is included. It's not additional money for you to come in. And then our social media pages, follow us, like us. Let us know what's going on. And then for Abundant Life, if you want to get those tickets early for Harvest, there are some free sections at the event. But if you want a $10 all-access pass to all the attractions, 32 attractions that are there, it's only $10. You can get it online or you can get it at the gate that night.
That's a good deal, too.
Yeah, it's a great deal. Let your kids go. $10, go have fun, right?
All right. Thank you so much for hanging out today, Catherine.
Yeah, it was fun.
This is KHEA Radio 99.